Hello and welcome to a time special presentation where we explore real world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author, and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. Ponniyin Selvan is in the air these days. In the story, there is a conversation between Aditha Karikalan and his grandfather, Malayaman. The worried old man tells his grandson, Aditha, I would not be afraid if 100 enemies appear before you on the battlefield. You can kill them all in a minute. Such is your bravery. But I'm worried. They will place a woman before you, and her tears may be more powerful than a sword. And that's what this Kural is all about. Spotting the hidden woman in a show of love and adoration.
I could not believe it. I was watching PS2 and I wept when Aditya Karigalan was killed. And this is the second time this was happening. I cried the first time when I read the book. I was in class 12 then. The final exams were going on and we had a 5-day study leave period before the chemistry exam. The final exams were going on and we had a 5-day break before the chemistry exam. Tired of studying organic chemistry, I took a breather and started reading Ponniyin Selvan, the magnum opus of Kalki. It was a wrong decision. Everyone knows that reading PS is a self-perpetuating feat and it is impossible to stop in between. I continued to read till it was 2:30 a.m. and I was reading the chapter about Karigalan's murder. When I read that Karigalan was killed, I cried and sobbed uncontrollably. And hearing the noise, my father came into the room. He consoled me saying, "Don't worry, Ma, chemistry paper will be easy." He thought I was anxious about the exam. As I cried in the theatre this time, I quickly glanced around to check if anyone was watching me weep. I was relieved to see that I was not alone. Many were struggling to hide their tears. Was it the power of Kalki's narration and Maniratnam's mesmerizing plot? Or Vikram and Aishwarya's captivating performance depicting the storms of passion and vengeance between them? Maybe both. But more than anything, my heart dripped because Aditya Karigalan was lying there all alone, beaten to death by betrayal. His last breath was perhaps painted with sparkles of 1,000 memories and darkness of 1,000,000 regrets. Nandini, the treacherous, venomous, deadly and dangerous character created by Kalki, is the mastermind behind the plot to kill him. She invites Karigalan to visit Kadambur Palace, the place marked for the murder. Despite advice from everyone, including his wise sister Kundavai, Karigalan goes there because he cannot refuse Nandini's invite. In the book, Kalki writes a whole chapter about the conversation between Aditya Karigalan and his maternal grandfather Malayaman. The old man is worried about his grandson's travel to Kadambur. Here goes the dialogue between them. Tata, why are you afraid? Do you think I'm a coward? Can't I manage a bunch of old folks who have gathered there? Aditya, I will not be afraid if 100 of them appear before you on the battlefield. You can kill them all in a minute, such is your bravery. But I'm worried they will place a woman before you, and her tears may be more powerful than a sword. Pata, once Nandini begged me not to kill Veerapandiyan when I chased him and found him in a hut. I kicked her away and took Veerapandiyan's head. That guilt is melting me. She has invited me to Kadambur now. I will apologize to her for my unkind act. Aditya, what nonsense is this? Are you seeking an apology for killing your enemy? Is this valor? A king should permanently eradicate all the enemies, and that's exactly what you have done. My dear boy, you are going to become the king soon. Saint Thiruvalluvar has given an essential piece of advice for all the kings. The kings must be cautious of their enemies, not the ones on the battlefield, but the ones who are disguised as well-wishers, especially the ones that approach you with folded hands and tears. A weapon may be hidden in their folded hands, and the tears shed by them may be a weapon by itself. Thozhudha kayullum Padai odungum, Onnaar Azhudha kanneerum Anaiththu. In the hands that worship, a weapon may be hidden. Such is the tear shed by your foes. With this advice, Malayman lets Aditya Karigalan go to the Kadambur palace. That was the last time he saw his grandson alive. As I wiped my tears in the theatre, I knew I would still cry if I reread the book or watched the movie again. When we feel an aching grief, we find solace in the words of wisdom. Had Aditya Karigalan paid attention to Thiruvalluvar's valuable advice, he would have probably lived. But if wisdom had prevailed always, epics would have never been created.